Hey guys, sorry, trying to look at myself. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. You know how it is. I'm back. My name is Miss Nabia. Welcome all. Welcome. Um, yeah, what did you guys think as I dropped in the question there? Thanks all for joining me. Hey Nise, hey Bobo, hey Doreen. Today, as you guys can see, I'm going to be talking about Happily Ever After, the tell-all part one. Obviously, this was kind of exciting because I saw the clips and I thought, like, I want to see the Charlie bit, but I knew I was like, I can put any money on it. They're going to put Charlie as a last, part. They're never going to show us Charlie in this episode. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. Hey, sweet heavenly dove. So anyway, I'll go into it and talk a little bit about the couples, the way they started on the episode, and then we can discuss, and as I go along, we can discuss people's fashions and stuff if you guys are into that. Facial expressions, I mean, some of them were crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys have all been good. I've kind of been busy working. It's school holiday, so I'm busy with my daughter, and life takes over, so hence why I've not really been online. I've been really tired, so trying to take a break. But yeah, so I thought the tell all, I need to get on it. Obviously you guys seen the last couple of episodes, I'm assuming. So I mean, it's been crazy. Natalie went home, packed up all her stuff and left, didn't she, in one of the last episodes? I mean, the whole family bloody fallout with Andre and Libby and Chuck and the siblings. I mean, it was a lot. So I'm just thinking the Charlie part is what me, like I said, what I'm most interested in. I'm not really interested in any other part, to be fair. Oh, and Tammy and the family. So I'm glad they kept that part for last, because they always do. But anyway, so yeah, so I mean, they start talking to, I think, Brandon and Julia. They speak about the fact that Brandon and Julia, oh, thank you. Thank you, Hector. They speak about how Brandon and Julia are, they've moved. Obviously, the parents are not happy with them moving. We know that. We've seen that in the previous episodes. The fact that they don't want them to move, and this, kind of stuck with this farm and stuff like that. We then find out that Brandon's dad is actually really ill. I don't know what he's got. I mean, he looks good from what I could see from the interview that they did with them on the TV, but at the same time he looks aged. So I don't know what disease or illness that he's got, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards cancer. I feel like he's got cancer, but obviously it's for them to share. They didn't want to share anything with us today, so I thought, okay. But yeah, Brandon's dad's ill. Julia's jealousy apparently is getting out of hand. We've all seen that in some of the episodes this season, where Julia is just not even allowing him to catch up with his friends. So Brandon is basically explaining to us that he feels the relationship will go down if Julia keeps being this jealous, because she's stopping him from hanging around with some of his closest friends. And he said if she keeps pushing everybody away that's close to him, he's not going to stand for it. So I mean, let me just predict, I don't know if they're going to stay together, whatever, but I believe they're going to move back to the farm. They're going to have to, because the dad's ill. The way Brandon looks, he looks drained. Like, he looks like he's just begging, basically crying out for help to get out of there. Sorry, guys, I'm just keeping an eye on my kitten. He's playing with some of his toys. But yeah, so I'm thinking Brandon looks tired. Brandon looks tired of her. Brandon looks tired of not living at home. Brandon looks tired of spending money that he hasn't got, because clearly he's, just trying to get by with his little mini, his normal job like everybody else. So I think Brandon is going to eventually go home. I think their story is a wrap. She ain't going nowhere. I mean, if anything, Brandon is going to leave her. I mean, she can keep wrapping her legs around his neck, right? Yeah, with all them dance moves that she's got going on. But I think that's going to run dry after a while. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to run dry after a while. I think Julia is going to drive Brandon crazy with her jealousy, because nobody wants to deal with a jealous girlfriend or a jealous partner. Like, back off. Like, let me breathe just a little bit. Like, let me breathe. So I'm thinking, Oh, hey, Sagittarius, you're right. So yeah, I'm like, okay, Brendan and Julia, I'm not really sure. I mean, the parents then come out with a bombshell. They say that they're willing to give them a down payment if they move to the property next door to where they are. Now, Brandon's eyes lit up. He's like, he's willing to do that. He's happy to move back to the farm, or next to the actual parents' farm. But Julia's like, no way are we moving. To me, it looks like it makes sense. I mean, I would move. It makes sense for them to take that down payment, live in that house next door, and if anything, once the parents get too old, sell the farm and go get a nice place in the city, if that's what you prefer. Do you understand what I mean? Rather than the country life. But I mean, to each their own. Then we've got Ronald and Tiffany. I mean, one note I did put down is I believe Brandon will pick his parents over Julia eventually, but that's just me. I don't know. I think he's too much of a mummy's boy. I think Betty is going to manipulate him with the whole dad being sick and stuff. So that really plays into her little manipulation bubble, doesn't it? Because that's how she likes to keep him. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would take the down payment as well. That is a good offer. 100%. And apparently the land is big, but it's not like a farm that they have to keep animals on, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just a nice piece of land. If you have kids, even, like, you would want to live there rather than the city. This is what people sometimes don't think about. Living in the city is exciting when you're young, but when you're wanting to start a family and are looking towards the future, any responsible person looks to settle outside of the city, because when you get kids and you've got the kids, you want them to be you want them to be able to play outside, and you be able to cook your dinner in the kitchen, and they're playing outside and they're safe, like, not looking every minute because you're living right on a bloody estate, or you're living not even an estate but an apartment block in the city. It's not ideal. So anyway, I think they should. I agree with Sagittarius. Thank you for that. Then we've got Angela and Michael. No, let's not. Sorry, I scrolled way too far. Ronald and Tiffany. Let's talk about Ronald and Tiffany, the typical Pookie of South Africa, as Ablavi likes to say, right? Now, I mean, again, I put down she should have known what she's dealing with, because I'm tired of seeing this girl dealing with the same issues with this man. It's over and over again, the same bloody circle. It seems to me like she enjoys putting him down. She enjoys, the man is the man ain't giving you no money. The man ain't providing nothing for these children. He's not doing anything. But for some reason, you're always talking to him like he's let you down and he hasn't done this and he hasn't. He's not going to do it. You know what I mean? He's not going to do it. Yeah, thank you, Hector. They'll end up taking it because Brendan can't afford it. You can see how tired he is on his face. Like, I believe you can see it already. I believe you can see how fed up he is already of her and her behavior. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not feeling Julia right now at this moment in time. He's not at all. Let me put it that way. So yeah, I agree with you. It is a good offer. Again, 100%. In this day and age, who can afford to buy their own place anywhere? You have to save up for years and years and years for you to be able to do that, unless you get help. Unless you get help from somebody, right? So yeah, I agree with that. And, as I said, Tiffany and Ronald, we've seen what's been going on with them in South Africa. They've been arguing. He's been jealous of her. We've seen her kind of interact with the cameraman. For him to bring this up, actually, it reminded me that I did find it odd the way she was saying, that's your boy, and the way she smiled and looked into the camera. You can see she was connecting with somebody, not us, the audience. You know what I mean? She was clearly connecting with the man behind the camera. I could see that. But also she was a little bit drunk or tipsy or whatever, because she had that, that shine that you get in your eye. So she had that little shine. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just replying. So as I said, yeah, Ronald, typical Pookie, you know, Ronald, as I said, is jealous, can't seem to handle his anger he needs anger management. Tiffany needs to stop saying this man can't handle a strong man. It's a strong woman. It's not that the fact that you're a strong woman. There's a difference being a strong woman and then at the same time, I'm not standing up for this Pookie, but kicking a man while he's down is one thing. You know what I mean? Like, give the man a chance to breathe. And then you got his mom who came on the TV, on the Zoom call, her mom and his mom. And his mom completely loves her. Obviously, she loves her because I'm thinking, hold on. Hey, Lavan, thank you for joining. Hey, how you been? Hey, GSP, thanks for joining. So I'm thinking, what's been going on with you lot? Like, why is the mom loving you more than the son that's supposed to be doing these things for you? Like, it seems to me the grandmother has more passion for her and her children. Well, I should say her one grandchild and her children. Yeah, because he likes to claim them up, doesn't he? I think a mosquito bit me or something. My neck is kind of itchy, people. Sorry. So he's like, he's just too childish for me anyway. The way they were, mind you, he's on a Zoom call. If you've watched the tell-all, you obviously have seen that he's on a Zoom call. This man is there threatening her and talking about, I dare you roll your eyes again. And even the way she said, listen, let me tell you something. I don't agree with how Ronald is, but at the same time, Tiffany, you can't be calling grown-ass men itch. Like, come on now. You can't be doing that on national television. That's your child's father. How are you going to call out his name like that? Like, don't do that. Oh, God. Don't do that. Don't do that. So it's like, what are you doing? You're constantly trying to either fight with the man when it is going well. I don't know. I believe the both of them kind of, remember I said this before, Tiffany, I believe, is self-sabotaging her relationship, right? That I can't deal. She's self-sabotaging every time. It's something else with her. We know this man. Listen, you might as well write it down now. He's not going to provide for you. You're not going to get what you want. I mean, he's not going to do anything for these children. And the fact, did you guys catch the point where he basically said he's going to keep the kids in South Africa? Like, he's going to keep the children in South Africa. She's kept the kids away from me long enough. Now it's my turn. It's a very much a tit for tat situation, I think. And that's dangerous ground, especially when there's children involved. They seem to be very tit for tat. She seems to be in the power seat because obviously she's the one in America. She's got the kids, blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, it's like, exactly, GSP, like, that's not even your son. You haven't even adopted him yet. You just claim him. This whole my boy can't even get a decent bedroom off you. The boy's living in a bloody, what's it called, photography developer's room. Let's be real, that room ain't got one window. Then you decided to paint it bloody blue. I mean, come on. The least you could have done is painted it white so that the room is light. You know what I mean? I don't know. You lot tell me, but very immature. Tit for tat, constantly. Thank you for agreeing with, thank you for that input, Mimi, I should say, some of it. Very immature. He does something, she has to do it back, and vice versa. I can't deal with them. It's just ridiculous. Then we've got basically, she's saying she's done everything on her end. He's slacking on his end, as we know anyway. God knows if she'll bring the kids over. Let me just get a sip. God knows if she'll ever bring, if he'll, what's it called, be able to come to America. But he keeps saying she's the reason I'm not coming, and she hasn't filed her tax papers. And she's been sitting next to your broke ass for 4 months, she said, in South Africa. Mind you, this is the same man that took her to the supermarket, right? Yeah, picked up all the little bits and bobs that he wanted to eat and wanted to feed his children. But when it got time to get to the till and pay for it, he never had enough money. Let's just remind ourselves, never had enough money for food, didn't have enough money for this elaborate shopping spree that he took the kids on just to manipulate them to stay there. He's never got money. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If I was Tiffany, I would have kicked him to the curb long time. Talking about cameraman, I would have found myself somebody else long time, long time. Yeah, well, yeah. And the fact that actually that's another thing she said, that she's going to get surgery. You know, I mean, surgery. Why is all these women are beautiful women, you know. Look at Angela. And you know what? We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me just go down my list and then we'll get to Angela. Yeah, well, he might be jealous, but I think he likes the big girls, to be fair. He likes the big girls. Yeah, no, he couldn't afford it, Lavon. Remember, he took them and said, come on, we're going somewhere. It's a surprise. Took them to this shop. But what ends up happening, what do you call it? What ends up happening? He takes them to this Christmas shopping, this all year long Christmas store that has everything, and picks up the most expensive Christmas decoration bulbs and things to hang on the tree and all of that. And then they finally get to the point of picking a tree. Tiffany suggests, let's just get that simple one. But he says, no. We're going all out. We get that. I'll just put it on my credit card. I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm just like, credit card? You couldn't even pay off the food yesterday. What credit card? And furthermore, who has approved you for credit? Because I think, you know, as much as Tiffany runs this man down, I wouldn't put it past her giving him a credit card on her name. You know what I mean? Like, who's giving you these things? Who's giving you these things? Ronald definitely likes her big. 100% Ronald loves her big. He doesn't, yeah, her father has to sponsor him. That relationship's too rocky for her dad to be put on the line. Yeah, but we knew this. We knew it was too rocky because we knew, what's his face? Ronald. Listen, he's got a criminal record. He's from South Africa. South Africa, you know, they don't just so easily let you come from South Africa, you know, for joke. It's not going to happen. He has to really do better, and he has to show and prove that he's been doing better. And he's only been doing better for a short amount of time, and he's been in and out of jobs. Remember, he's never kept a job, so we have to keep that in mind. The man ain't got no background to prove that he's a stable person to be given that type of paperwork. Yeah, he does. Worse than a 10-year-old. At least maybe a sensible 10-year-old would know that certain things are expensive. You know, like my daughter, she'll ask for things, not realizing how much they cost. But if I explain it to her, or she might say, Mom, can we go and get this? But nothing too expensive. I'll just get a simple something. You know what I mean? Like if it's arts and crafts stuff or new pens or pencil cases, stuff like that. Like worse than a 10-year-old. You know, any sensible 10-year-old would know that you don't want to spend money on stuff that is just not even going to last you for long. I don't get it. I don't get it. You can't just, and this is the thing. I think with the whole credit card, the way he told her that time at the till, don't worry, I've got it, I'll pay it off. She felt sorry for him. Remember, she was saying she feels he's making elaborate he's making all these purchases he can't afford, and she's worried about how he's going to pay the repayments, and then on top of that, help her with whatever filing papers or whatever it is that they do, and still pay his rent as well. Remember, he's got to live. The man still has to keep a roof over his head. So I don't even know how he's coping with the credit. You know, anybody that knows South Africa, please let us know. Inform me how it works with credit over there. Do you have to prove you've got a job? You know, can you say you've got 1 month's wait? I mean, you can show a payslip for 1 month or a couple of months and you can get a credit card. Like, I don't know. What's the process? Is it similar to the UK that they look at your credit and how well you keep up with your bills and stuff? I'm curious. I got my K1 visa. Hi, GSP. I got my K1 visa, spousal support dismissed. My ex was here in a K1 and was up for 1,400 a month. You see, but I have a DV restraint order, so he does not qualify. Small miracles. You see what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Is that? I'm not sure if it's the same person that told us they were from Israel or something. That is just 1,400 a month. That is crazy. But no. So I don't even know how this man's got the credit, furthermore. But the way he's threatening to take her kids off her, again, how childish. How childish is that? Like, this is the man that's claiming to love you, you know, is with you in a relationship. You're married. You're trying to get him to come over to where you are. But the man is plotting on you, you know, plotting on you and telling you and the world that I'm happy, you know, I'm going to keep my kids here. And like, who does that? At least if you had half a brain, you wouldn't have said anything and quietly done the paperwork if that's what you were. I'm not giving you ideas, Ronald. I'm not saying that. I mean, they would be crazy giving you the kids full time anyway, because I don't think you could manage. I mean, in a way, your mum probably could help you out and say, claim the fact that she could be there helping. I mean, his parents could help him out quite a lot, especially if they own their own home and stuff like that, right? If they're upstanding citizens with his appeal of wanting to keep the kids, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You have to pay 125% the poverty level. That is crazy. That is crazy. Then we've got the craziest couple ever now. The beginning of the reunion, you saw them coming in. She came in alone. You know, who else could I be talking about but Natalie. Now, Natalie walks in by herself with Asuelo talking about, this is my new boyfriend. Anyway, Natalie comes in with this lovely gown. She looks nice and elegant, as she always likes to act like she's high class and not this class. She's high class. So she came in her high class gown or whatever she felt like wearing. And you know, they're waiting for Mike turns up, he pops up, and they talk about Mike and Natalie. Now apparently we find out that, remember in the last couple of episodes, that she's packed her stuff and moved out. Now she's moved out. Apparently she's living in Florida. This woman is living it up in Florida, doing what she wants. You know, she's left the woods that she claims to have gone crazy in. She said she's on antidepressants. She said she feels, from the woman that came here from Ukraine, she feels that she's lost her confidence. She's lost who she was. She's lost everything and has been so depressed. She's claiming that she doesn't want to be on antidepressants, you know, and I mean, it was just a mess. Natalie and Mike's situation is like so messy. Mike just sits there like a sack of bloody potatoes. I mean, this man looks literally like a potato with eyes drawn on there and a mouth. I can't even describe it any other way. Just looks loose and jelly and just, you know what I mean? Just bleh. And he sits there talking about he doesn't know where she lives. He doesn't know where she's staying. All he knows is she is in Florida. He doesn't know exactly where, but she's in Florida. I mean, this woman is living it up, living her best life, you know. You know what? I have to agree. This is why I said she was wearing her pretty gown and everything. She looked really angelic today, but for some reason, something, yeah, 100%. But she's empty. She thought being a Christian would make her a good person, but she's trashy. So is her husband. Yeah, I think Natalie just looks like there's nothing there. She will sit there and just like Yara said. Apparently, well, Jovi, by the way, you know, I shouldn't say shouted her out, but Jovi kind of called her out and said, because the presenter asked her if she's been seeing somebody, if she's been dating, if she's been with anybody, and she's like, no, just girls, I've been just hanging with the girls. And Jovi's like, well, who was the man that you brought for dinner? Like, you came to dinner with me and Yara. Who was this guy? Now she's claiming this guy could have been gay, whatever. I thought that was a cop out. That's the easiest thing you can say as a woman. You know what, Natalie, you know, we have to be careful. I don't think Natalie is as dumb as we think. Like, honestly, this woman, the way she answered that, so calculating. How do you not know if he's gay? You know, if he's gay. What? You what? So now you're running around, you're meeting gay men on this Russian community. Like, really? Now we're supposed to believe you're meeting gay men on this Russian meet and greet website and you're taking them to see. There's no way. The way that you're claiming up the church. Hello, did you not just see the comment I just put up, guys? The way that she's claiming up the church. What did you say about her being Christian? Was that GSP who said it? Hold on. No, Sagittarius. She's here, you know, living the Christian. Oh no, hold on. Where is it? Let me see. Oh yeah, it is Sagittarius. Oh, thank you. You know, it's like living the Christian. I think it's lies as well. Come on, love on. You got, come on. Like, you're telling me this woman is trying to make us believe she took a gay guy on a trip to New Orleans to go and visit Yara and Jovi. I mean, just BS, isn't it? Just complete BS. Now, anyway, between Yara and Jovi, they don't really show much of them, but we'll talk about them in the end, the ones that have been shown in the preview, because they don't really show much. They didn't really speak about them. I mean, Mike and Natalie's part was just, we found out a lot. The fact that she moved to Florida. Julia is just angry. Julia jumped on Natalie's neck, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you, what's it called? This is why. Julia's like, no. She's like, this is why we go through the effing process, you know, for so long. The K1 visa, we marry to go through the process. And you are here, you are using this man to come to America. Where you go? When he divorced you, where? You go to Ukraine? She says, you go back to Ukraine, yes or no? Like, Julia was like on her. I loved it. I must say, you know what, as much as when it comes to Julia as a girlfriend, it's a completely different story. But Julia as a woman, like as a young woman, I like her straightforwardness. She is cutthroat, straight, no chaser, like straight to the point. I like that. I like that because she tells people how it is. The way she said, and she said it as well. Like at one point she said, I speak and I speak to the face. What did she? Isn't that what she said? Lavan. She said, I speak to you to the face. Many people don't do that, but I do it. She said, I speak to your face. I don't speak behind your back. She said, I speak to your face. So I like that. I like that. As broken as her English may be, right? Yeah, I like the fact that this girl is like, listen, I'm going to tell you about you, like right here, right now. Like, you see me, I'm speaking and I'm telling you about yourself. So I like that. The way Julia was like, where are you going to go? What? You stay in the US? Or you go back to Ukraine? And she's like, no, I go back to Ukraine. She's like, no, but if he divorces you now, she's like, if I wanted to stay here, Natalie goes, if I wanted to stay and use Michael, I would stay until I get my paper, but I don't have my paper, so I don't use it. And she's like, Julia's like, no, you stay or you go, yes or no? And she's like, and she didn't answer. So Julia goes, see, yes, you stay. See, this is what I want to say. And she just turned her head like she don't play. She don't play at all. So yeah, I like Julia. The fact that Julia's in and in, like she says certain things in conversations that are just head on, like bang on. Yeah, so hold on. You better not be sitting on my chair, you know, because you're not allowed up here. Sorry guys. He's always trying to sneak up on my dining area and he's not allowed here. Yeah. GSP, I can't. Hold on. GSP, I nearly choked. I can't. She said spending spending all of Mike's money on canned mushrooms. Ew. Those were the worst and most disgusting things ever. They had no color. It was just white mushrooms, bland mushrooms with bland bloody potatoes, remember, with beige cheese. I mean, it was just a beige trap. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. Yeah, no, 100%. Hey, Nikki T. Nikkei, should I say? Nikkei Nat T. Difficult to say. Oh, it could be Nick A Nat. Yeah. Welcome. So I'm just like, hey, paranormal, welcome back. So I'm just like, nah, I can't deal with that. Then we find out that she's still got Michael's credit card, like you said, spending it all on mushrooms, GSB. She still has his card. She moved to Florida. And Julie, another thing Julia said is, how you have money? How you have money? How you eat food? How you pay your rent? How you pay your bills? You don't have job because legally you cannot work. She said, how do you have money? How? Natalie, how you have money? Julia says. She goes, Michael, you answer. And he's like, you answer. And then she's like, you say? It was just like, shut up. Just say you got the damn card. You got the damn card. And as the minute people found out she's got the card, they felt even more sorry for Mike. Like, they're thinking Mike is an idiot. How are you allowing this woman to take your card? Oh, Nikki. It's Nick K. Nat for myself. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah. Yes, I've been told that as well. He's legally responsible for that. Yeah. Because he brought her here. But still, like, come on now. You did the man wrong, and then you're taking his money as well. I mean, great little. I mean, it's a great welcome package, right? Great little resettling package. So I could, get a K1, marry somebody, be with them for a bit, and then they are responsible for me financially. So now I'm taking their card to travel around and go wherever I want to go. Is that what? Like, I don't understand. So in a way, it's a nice little safety net you can set up for yourself. So the whole time that we're thinking this woman is, I mean, we saw she was a bit weird and whatever, but sometimes we did feel sorry for her. She couldn't get her words out. She couldn't, you know, she couldn't get her words out. And it seems to me like that whole time, that whatever she felt she was going through with Mike must have been worth it, because you still have a safety net then, in a way, right? Like, the whole time you could have been thinking, this damn idiot, let him push me to the edge because I will pack my stuff and you'll still pay for my life. Like, that's what you would be thinking, right? Calculating in your head. I don't know. That's if that was her intention the whole time. You know what I mean? Yes, he is 10 years, because remember, Tiffany went and spoke to them and they told her now that it's changed. No, it was Asuelu, wasn't it? Kaylani went to the divorce lawyer to inquire, and they said it's 10 years now. And Tiffany found out Tiffany, I don't know if she knew by then if it was 10 years when she asked her daddy, but her dad's going to be responsible for Ronald too for 10 years. So, yeah, unless she marries somebody else, right? If she legally got married, once they get divorced, if she legally gets married to somebody else, I think the responsibility would wave over to that person, is what I would think. It's common sense, isn't it? I'm sure that's how it works with the law when it comes to people that have been married for a long time. When they separate and the man pays spousal support, isn't it usually he'll pay spousal support until she marries somebody else? Hence why a lot of women like don't get married, especially if it's like a millionaire, billionaire that you've been with. You're good for a long time, aren't you, really? Hey! Oh, sorry guys, hold on. Let me mute while I get this. I'm sorry guys. I was gonna sit in my bedroom, but I didn't wanna. I wanted to sit here, nice and bright area. But anyway, my bloody pet issues. Never mind. I'm trying to spray him with water to stop him from coming in certain areas. Do you know what I mean? I've read about it, that you use water, but I don't want to go off the topic. So I've literally got a spray bottle of water that I'm just. It's madness. It's absolute madness. But yeah, so back to what I was talking about. The mum then comes out. I mean, the mum, Trish, basically confronts her. She says to her, we are not. I'm not. Basically, Trish tells her that you used my son. You didn't love him. You know, you don't want to be with him. So she basically told her, like, why are you lying? You know, they are cold. They're very cold. So yeah, thank you, GSP. In it. Ah, Hector. Is that what he said? They made love and then she left for Julia's. Yeah. I don't know. I think, you know what it is? I think sometimes a lot of women, you know, they're not, their body, what they do with their body, and it's just not connected. So there's no emotion. As much as we think, as normal adults think, women have emotion, there's women that shut it off for you know, their own personal reasons or gain. We don't really common sense in the States. You don't do common sense. Sagittarius. Hilarious. Oh, Sagittarius is hilarious. Yeah, here I am rhyming away. Mike can fight using adultery as the issue is she, in fact, is cheating. Yeah. Do you guys think she's cheating? I don't know. I think she uses this Russian community thing as an excuse. But I believe Natalie is an attractive woman. Any Russian man would probably be happy to pick her up. So it's just, I think she looks for a particular guy who can provide her with particular things. Like, I think she looks for a typical American guy. I don't think she necessarily wants a Russian, because I think she could have met a Russian that lives in America or comes up and down, right? Or a Ukrainian, Ukrainian, yes. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the fact that when Trish come on, Yara felt the need to jump in and say, like, what are you doing? Like, you do realize Mike is not your man? Like, Trish is carrying on like she didn't only just give birth to this man, but that's her man. So Yara is like, back off and leave them to run their relationship. She says she has a mother-in-law, you know, Gwen, but she doesn't get involved half as much as you do. And Trish is like, well, do you do what Natalie's doing to my son? You know, and it's like, shut up, Trish, with your mohawk. No, not a mohawk. What is that cut again? Remind me what that cut is called. That terrible haircut that she's got going on. It's just that mom, and she basically gave birth to herself, literally. And you know what? I'm so glad she gave birth to a son, because can you imagine the state of a woman right now? The state of her daughter right now? Like, I can't. Can you, the mullet? Thank you. I'm just like, nah. Looks like Mike's brother. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, guys. No COVID, no COVID. Don't worry. Oh my God, the Russian mafia is in Florida. Why did she go there? Yeah, I try. You know what? I kind of like doing the little southern accent, you know. She's like, did you stay? You know, when Yara said she's not half as bad as you, she was like, do you do what Natalie does to my son? Do you leave and not come home for weeks on end? You know what I mean? That's more rednecky, though. She doesn't really sound that redneck, you know. But yeah, you know, come on now. Like, she's like, my son, every minute. It's like, come on, leave the man and his big neck alone. Leave him alone. If the woman ain't doing it for him, leave him alone. I agree with Angela. Like, if you don't love him, like, go away. Vice versa, Mike. If you don't want her, leave her alone. Like, leave her alone. I don't understand why they keep. I hate living in the Midwest. I shouldn't know that. Yeah, is that what haircut people have going on over there? Yeah. That is hilarious. And then, yeah, this is the part that got me. In the end, she claims that Bo stole her jewelry. Like, I'm like, hold on. How did Bo steal your jewelry? Like, how did that happen? When did Bo come into this? Didn't you kick Bo out of his own home? Because when you first were coming, right, yeah, you know, this is when I really didn't like Natalie, really didn't like. This woman came to America and straight away kicked this man's uncle out. Like, told him, I can't be in the house with a strange man, but you're out here. But she's out here meeting strange men on Russian meet and greet thing. Like, come on now, Natalie. Natalie is so manipulative. So manipulative. The fact that the mom said, listen, you pawned it, I wouldn't put that past her either. And she said, what? Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm like, bitch. Oh, sorry. Let go of your hair. Stop deflecting. She's always doing other things when I think she's caught out. And when Michael said he's going to cut the credit card off her eyes, I was like, yeah, you close your eye. You close your eye, because it's not like by the time, it's not like the minute, the 30 seconds you close your eye, right? Yeah, all of a sudden, like magic, it's turn back the time and I've still got a hold of his credit card and he won't block it. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? Come on, Natalie. I don't know. Yeah, Mike did get played, 100%, Hector. He got played. She was never going to commit to Mike, and she knew it. He's too low. He's too low class. Yeah, she's high class. He's low class. She's high class, and he's low class. Very low class is what she always said. Was your wife? Do you remember when she said to him, "Was your ex-wife the same class, the same low class as like you?" You know what I mean? Like, really? Very much so. Very much so. Nobody wants your tin rings. Your tin rings, you know. That's hilarious. Yeah, the uncle. You know what? God's gonna get a Christian or not. You're gonna get yours for kicking a grown-ass innocent man out of his comfort place. Like that was his comfort zone. That was his little place where him and Mike used to have steak and beers and live happy. Like this man would go to work, his uncle's there, he's helping his people, and done deal. This woman comes into his life, rinses him for his money, you know, gives between him and his mom headache upon headache, right? Yeah. And then now packs up her things and goes, and still using your money that you work for, having to drive. Mind you, this man drives up 2 hours there, 2 hours back to work. Can you imagine? That's a 4-hour trip every day. By the time you come home, of course, all you're going to want to do is eat and sleep. Natalie, rub his damn back. I mean, you're clearly making love to him because that's what he claims. So what seems to be the problem? What is it that you wanted from him? And you know, I don't know. She doesn't have any evidence, hence why the mom was like, nah, you pawned it. She said, you pawned it. Oh, he said that as well. Never told him she loves him. I don't know. I just find them really weird. Thank you, Yamiko. I just, yeah, very complicated. She has issues. She has issues. I don't know. Oh, hey, Ablavi. Thanks for joining. Hey, just Josh. She's crazy. What did you say? She's crazy. She just used Mike to get a green card. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Bit of a typo there, but um, see, that's crazy. I used to commute for 4 hours front and back, and I didn't have any time but to eat, shower, and sleep. That's what I'm saying. She said, you know, when I first met him, he was just Mike, but now he's running a company. He's working very hard, and I understand. And but it's like, come on, just be a good wife and look after your man instead of running around with Julia. I mean, and laying up on Julia's breast line. Why are you up on Julia's breast line? Like, I have girlfriends, you know, but why are you like, oh, and the thing that what bothered me was when she said, I need, what did she say? Did she say affection or attention? Or what did she say? She said she needed something and Julia gives it to her. Please correct me, guys, if you guys been watching it. She said Julia gives her attention. She said Julia gives her affection or not affection, attention. I don't even know, but why are you looking for your girlfriend to fulfill things that your husband is supposed to be doing? That's what I found really weird. For you to feel fulfilled at Julia's, but at his, you felt weird and uncomfortable or whatever, but you're still sleeping with the man and then packing your stuff to go to Julia's. I don't understand. And you know that actually that little clip with Julia coming into his house, didn't you guys think that was the weirdest thing? When this woman is coming into his home talking about she wants to hug him and hold him and whatever. Like, did you guys not think that was weird? Like the way she said, you know, you will be okay, and you're right taking his wife, you know, and you're here talking to the man like you and him are friends. It was just, I would have kicked her out, told Natalie hit the road, and I would have dashed Natalie's things out the window. Like, just being childish, I'm saying, in the moment, after I spend all my money on you. No, I have to do something to get, like, to feel better in the moment. Sorry, I'm being petty. You want to be petty and move out, right? Let's be petty together then, if that's the case, because we've been petty all the way through, tit for tatting out here, right? So I'm just like, let's all be petty together then. And then who else did we have that they spoke about? Everybody else I think is in next week's show, even though they were all there. The only ones I want to talk about, last but not least, is the mad crazy, my thumbnail 2-for-1 pound shop hairpiece wearing her and her daughter Angela, right? Yeah, what did you guys think? What did you guys think? Oh, hold on, let me do that. Angela and Michael is the last one I'm discussing. You jump in with me. I'm just like, hold on, what is going on? Like, what? That's how you know what, please, people, listen, this is my channel. Don't be offended, I speak my mind. If you don't like the straight talk, then, you know, let's just, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, these, her mom, Angela came out, and then her daughter comes out, and they're both wearing the same, you know, that you guys have seen it. I always do this because it just looks like the size of my fist is in between my head and my hair, and then obviously the rest hangs out. I mean, what was that about? First of all, what was with the hair? 2-for-1, was it? 2-for-1 special? Because whose idea was it? First of all, Skylar looks thicker than I thought. Skylar looks quite big in herself as a young woman. So you can see that, first of all, as a parent, I believe what you bring in the household, it really shows on your kids. Now, I'm saying this, I've got a child that's slightly, you know, during COVID, everybody's gained a bit of weight. She's not, I wouldn't call her fat, but she's gained a bit of weight, right? So you have to keep an eye on those things. I believe Angela's always been big, has been eating crap, like how she said she fancies KFC. I think that's all they eat. Typical trailer trash. Her daughter looked a mess. I mean, she tried, but Skylar could have done a lot better. I don't understand. It didn't look good at all. Angela, I mean, her face to me looks like an old piece of rag, an old wet rag, wet towel, wet rag, wet anything. You know, like when a cucumber goes old, leave a cucumber in your fridge and see within 7 days how crinkled and soft it gets. Like, pardon me. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna drop it now. Sorry, I got into it a bit. I got distracted then. Bloody hell, I need to take some. Oh, I need to take some cough remedy or something. So yeah. I've dropped the link, by the way, guys, as I'm talking. You guys can jump on, join me, keep the chat going. I know, listen, I've noticed that as well, you know. I'm gonna have to mention that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, Michael, she's come on, she's showing off her new body in her, what's it called, in her yellow clothes. No, her red clothes, sorry. Yara did look cute, I must say. Yara, as much as I can't stand her, the way she's like always energy, she does bring it. It did look good. But the clothes are for nothing because all they do is sit down anyway. Hey, Blavi.
Hello. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm good, you know.
How are
How are
you?
you?
Good. Did you enjoy my British telling of young Dante and Nicole?
I loved it. But, you changed the time. I was getting ready to go out. I thought, you know what? Let me not come on just to rush off again as like last time. But I was annoyed. I couldn't come on. I'm going to
Well,
look for someone
that's
next
fine.
week.
But no, let's talk about Granny and her fashions, y'all.
I
She
love the
was
young
brand
Zachariah, the young Zachary. I loved it. It was
young
good.
Zachary. Listen, Grandma was showing she could wear fashion over too. Let Grandma be sexy for her Mandingo in Nigeria.
Well, I mean, come on, sexy or her body now looks disproportioned. Like, let's be honest, up here, it looks great. Up here. But I think from the breast going down, it still looks a mess. The clothes that she decided to wear didn't look great. She didn't have to have her whole back out. Like her back is not appealing to nobody. Like there was just no need. She could have worn a lovely maxi dress to show the slimness of her figure because you can see she's lost weight, right? But what she was wearing was not sexy. I 100%
Y'all,
agree with you.
don't kill me because I'm gonna have to read Angela. Let me tell you something.
Mm-mm.
I don't understand why she got a boob job and why she just didn't get a tummy tuck. I was like, who
I
cares about the
know,
boobs?
because all you see is the two little toothpick legs and a whole piece of 9 month pregnancy on top.
Huh? You know where the H&M is? Yeah. Straight? Yeah. How many blocks? The two is the next street, and then the street after that. Say three. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said it just looks like two toothpicks with a 9 month pregnancy in between. It
I
just
know,
doesn't
but
look good.
that's her body shape. Did you see how y'all
Yeah,
shamed Chevelle into getting
yes,
a butt?
I saw that. But listen, the shoulders ain't going nowhere. Okay, you
But
see the
that's the
shoulder
but
doctor
Angela
that
has the
God
same
gave you? You see that
but
the
Angela
shoulder?
has the same problem. She has wide shoulders, so I don't even think if you got rid of
Yes,
the midsection.
and that's the problem because when you have wide shoulders and you try to slim everything else down, it still don't look good. You just look awful. Let's see what Chevelle comes out with, but Angela just looked a mess. And for her to do what she did and speak to everybody, like it's one thing you speaking to Michael like nothing, but it's another showing your breast the way you did. This
But
woman don't care
did
about
you
this
did you
man.
see she said that she was trying to get with the Nigerian doctor?
Oh
She was
please,
trying
the
to
doctor don't
upgrade
want
on
her. The
she
doctor
was trying
don't
to
want her.
upgrade.
After the doctor is doing people up like Wendy Osafo. Are you crazy? You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
come on. You got women like
she
Wendy from the Potomac Housewives. The doctor deals with all sorts of people. She ain't it. Like, look
but
at her face.
listen,
Her
she
face
said
alone. If
she
she had,
said
go
she's an
on.
American. She's an American.
An
She can get
American.
all
Oh my God, kill me now. Put me on the cross with my
she
feet
can get
pointed
all
down.
the
Like,
Nigerian men she wants. She's an
yeah,
American.
no, no.
She
They
sent
don't
her
want her.
$30 a month, and she
They don't
thinks she
want her.
balling.
They don't want her. They don't want her. Let's be real. They do not want her. So I
Listen,
think I
she
think
is so
Angela is
sexy.
she's got no shame the way that she's and the
Let
fact
me
that
tell you
we found
something.
out that she left with the doctor and then
Yeah.
yeah, all of that she's a hypocrite because if Michael did that, she would be telling Michael all sorts of things. You know, ew,
Sorry, I'm in the hood.
period. Ew. He said she does not smell great, and that doctor saw her naked. Ew! I don't want to think about how she smells, Sagittarius.
No, listen, Sag,
Disgusting.
you being very, very mean. Listen, Angela is out here getting every Nigerian she can. Listen, she done got herself fine. She done lost 100 pounds, got the
Yeah.
new titties. She thinks she is. She looks in the mirror and she sees Ariana Grande. Shout out to her.
Oh, please. Ariana Grande for what? Some old piece of vegetable or fruit. Like, come on now. She's so crinkled up.
Listen,
She's crinkled up, man.
she had the high pony, and she was strutting that catwalk like, yes, I'm sexy.
I can't
Yes.
deal with Sagittarius. Hilarious.
She is the sexiest woman alive. I think she really should be on America's Next Top Model. Let me stop. No, but if we're gonna talk, can we talk about how bad Elizabeth looked on that reunion? Oh my God!
Lizzie, Libby.
Yeah,
Libby was trying it in that little what is it? Pleather dress. She was trying it because I don't know. I think sometimes when I look at Libby, I don't even like Libby's skin color. I think it's too pale for me. Like she needs a bit of something. She just looks too, and I think that's what Andre likes because that's what the women in his country look like.
Andre.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
Libby.
But I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for Chuck to walk in like he's, you know, Floyd
Libby,
McGregor
like
winning a fight. Right? You're
I'm
talking about
trying not to
he
be
got me.
rude.
Yeah, he got me down. Yeah, he got me down. But I'll be back. I'll be back. Like really,
I'm not trying
Charlie?
to be rude, but every time Libby gains weight, she looks more and more like her father. Like it's ridiculous. I thought I was seeing twins.
That is so funny. Yeah, no, she looks way too pale for me. I don't like her skin color at all. At all.
Well,
Every time. And then she always has the dark kind of shadowy eyeshadow. And that's just what she goes for. I don't know. I don't like it. At least her
oh,
sisters have a different features. I think the reason why she's reminds people of Chuck is of the double chin area. No matter, how much Libby can wear a bikini and her body is not big, you always notice this area here. Some women can't seem to get rid of that extra fat that just sits under the chin. You know what I mean, innit? It gives you that fatter face, doesn't it?
you're so rude.
I'm just observing. I told you, I'm observing. Libby,
No,
and I think that's calories from alcohol. I think Libby likes a glass of wine or two in the evenings.
no, I just think that's like her problem area. I think that's where she gains weight first.
Maybe also could be, yeah. Her Chuck
Because remember,
area.
she's
You lot are one today. Her
yeller.
Chuck area.
I was watching it. I saw Angela. She looked a mess. Let's talk about Julia. What is it? Is it just me, or does Julia just be playing with makeup in Sephora and just be putting anything she wants on? Her makeup
But
never is
Julia
her
doesn't even
skin.
look like she has that much makeup on, if I'm
She
honest.
does.
Yara
That's
looks
not her
more
skin.
glamorous than her.
That's not her skin color.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch her more, but she just looks
Look
normal to
at
me.
look at her when she's in her confessionals, and look how pale she looked. And at the reunion, I said, "Who's this Puerto Rican girl on the stage?" It's Julia.
Oh, you felt like she had a bit of a tan going on?
Yeah, tan. She was
Oh,
almost my complexion. Tan.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
And then too with Julia, I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't have to get an English person with her, cause I was listening to it and not reading it with her. Her English is not it's not that it's bad. It just doesn't make sense with grammar.
Well, what do you think of the way Julia attacked Natalie and said, "You stay or do you go back to Ukraine?" What did you think?
I thought it was very hypocritical, seeing as that she got the same type of relationship with her man.
And actually, let's not forget, what about Yara's reaction to her saying, "Jealous of what?" Kind of shading Brandon.
Well, I mean, they all know they scammers because they all got bad relationships. Who want to be there? Yara, your man don't have no respect for you. He's showing you who he'll be sleeping with when you're gone. Because we know Jovi slept with those women at the strip club. He took her to his spot in Florida.
I don't know, but I don't think he's true to her. I don't think
Of
at all.
course he's not. He's on the
Yeah.
ship, what, 3 months? You know he's getting some poom poom or some pussy.
And I think, in the last couple of episodes leading up to the tell-all, we saw how Gwen realized it's
You
her son
too.
that's not ready. We all this time she was judging the girl, the foreign girl, and we get why, but she's realizing that it's her son that's the problem. You know what I mean? And I think at least Yara was smart compared to Natalie. Natalie should have banged out a baby too, and then at least you would have been good.
Well, Yara isn't smart because Yara has a type of guy who I can see Jovi being an a-hole and saying, I'm going to take away her citizen, her green card, and I'm not going to sponsor her. I can see him doing that. And this was a
You think
fraudulent
so?
marriage.
And being petty like that.
Absolutely. Because if he does that, then he can have his mother watch his child, and then she can go back to the Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just Julia, I think, with the whole jealousy thing as well, didn't you think that Brandon just looked so drained from it all? That,
I
like, she's
well,
pushing his friends away, she's controlling everything.
let me
What do you
ask you
think?
something. I had a very hard time with this one phrase. Sean asked, how's it moving away from the family farm? How do you feel? How's the sex life? And then he paused and didn't say anything. And then once the other guys been up to him, he was like, yeah, we're having it everywhere. It's great. Did that seem like that was how it was going down?
I don't think they're having it everywhere, because sometimes I think that's the word, deflated. I think sometimes he doesn't want to even be with her like that, because if somebody is constantly commenting on who you're talking to and who you're interacting with, and even friends from work, colleagues, you're going to be tired. He's not going to want to lay down and smash that. Listen, a good pum pum, will only take you so far. Even that runs dry. Even that wet well runs dry, okay, after a while. Because when the man looks at you and thinks she's a headache, nothing's happening. There's no excitement for him to get up and do something again. That ain't
Okay,
no,
now that's the first one. The second one is, because we're
yeah,
going to pretend Brandon is straight for a minute. Do
yes.
you believe he slept with that other girl who's always in their business?
I don't know, but the way she said, do you remember when we used to watch movies at the farm?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? And we used to hang out all night and stuff. Come
Yeah.
on. Brandon seems like a dog on heat, right? Brandon looks to me like he will, like any sexy girl can, any girl that has a bit of sex appeal could easily make him straight. That's how I feel. Because Juliet is a sexy girl, but there's plenty around like her.
But Julia doesn't date him. When you look at who she used to date, and that's why I know she's scared.
Well,
She's
honey,
not
because she
interested.
doesn't date him. She dates more harder guys than him. He's way too soft for her. But maybe sometimes, as women, we recognize what we want and what we need is two different things. She probably has been having relationships with people that she wants, but at the same time, I think she's not been able to uh, take those relationships to where she wants it to be, i.e., a serious relationship, somebody who can look after her,
You
because
know what?
those were
I
not the type of relationships that she needed.
I
But
just got
now
an
I
epiphany.
think she'd rather stick with somebody who's like Brandon for the sake of security and all of those things that you would want as a young woman than going out with the bad boy, because she was a go-go dancer. I'm sure she's come across plenty of people from all across the world,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why she picked
You know
Brandon.
what? But I have an epiphany now. What
Yeah.
if Julia and Brandon are both bisexual? Then I can see it working.
I don't know. I mean, Brandon seems to me like the early days of Stan from Love After Lockup. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like Brandon is into that sort of stuff, and I think so is Daddy.
Mm.
So I think so is Daddy and Mummy. So as much as we think this boy is some little boring farmer boy, do you not notice how the parents are all over each other? The parents have lots of passion still,
Yeah,
for each
but
other.
again, that's his fourth wife. So again, we gotta go
Has
with the
he?
flow. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has three other siblings that are older that don't like. There's some fallout in that family's relationship, and they had to close down their farm because people said they was breeding. Yeah, like this show's gonna pay for them.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know, but Brandon seems to. It seems like Julia. I could see her being very dominant in the bedroom. I don't see Brandon throwing her
I
down
see
and
them
like.
both being bi because strippers, not all, but a lot tend to, have relations with women too. So I think they're both bi, and that's how it works out. Because you can't tell me Brandon don't have some pussy on the side. Like y'all not gonna let me believe that.
Well, Sagittarius agrees with you. He said that would be cute. Or she said, is that. Sorry, I do apologize. I can't see on the picture.
So we got them. Who else do we have? Oh, Kalani and Asuelu. I'm tired of
No,
the
we haven't.
storyline.
They didn't come up in this episode.
They did it,
Ronald,
but
let's
we
talk about the biggest pookie on the show, Ronald and Tiffany. They spoke.
Latinos. What's going on with your girl?
Ronald and Tiffany.
Hector, GSP, what's going on with your girl?
Which girl?
Tiffany,
Oh, I don't know, like,
what's going on with
I
your
don't know.
girl?
At this point, I'm wondering, does Tiffany own any clothes that cover her? Like, that's my main thing. Does she
You know
own
what it
something that
is?
covers her shoulders? Huh?
She dresses horribly for her body type. I meet her.
It's
I
too
don't know what.
much. It's
Yeah,
too much. It constantly accentuates how much belly you've got going on all the time. I don't like that. But then again, if you're confident, men like confident women, like big or small. So good for you if that's what she's into. But Ronald, thank you. He is a punk. I mean, Ronald's here sitting on the Zoom call telling her, I dare you, don't roll your eyes, and threatening her, and he's just over the top to the point where he's telling her he will try and keep the kids in South Africa and she needs to be careful.
Hector, that's not nice. He said we don't claim her. That's her white side. Listen, Ronald and her, I'm seriously thinking this is a domestic violence relationship. Why are you not talking? Hello?
I'm, I'm literally this bloody cat is playing games with my life. Honestly.
But yeah, I mean, my thing is with Ronald and Tiffany, again, I don't understand why they're still on this show unless it's for a chat. Because I just don't believe they talk to each other until coming comes.
I
Hello?
don't know. Yeah, I think both of them are making money, right?
Yeah, because
From the show. So I think she might
exactly.
be upset because she makes him be on the show and then, oh, do you know what? She makes him be on the show and then she's angry because the man is not improving his life, like whatsoever. So I don't
But
know.
that's
Like,
what
remember,
cookies
once you
do.
get used to picking up the wage from the show, I
Hmm.
think people sometimes they do get stuck in maybe staying in the show for the sake of the wage. Do you understand what I
But
mean?
she hasn't been on the show all that much. I think she was only on it. She's not somebody like Angela who's been like really making money off of it, you know?
Yeah.
Even Andre and Kalani and Asuelo. I'm just ready for this season to be over and they need a better host because Sean's not doing it.
um it could turn into, sorry, I'm just reading the comments, it could turn into that, but Tiffany can handle herself if it
I'm
happens.
surprised you still watch this. I'm so bored with it. I watched
Why do
the.
you think, listen, I only came on, and I'm sure people noticed I haven't really been on because it's been so bloody boring to me every week, that I thought, you know what, let me check it out this week. And then I noticed that, oh, it's the reunion. Let me just go on and talk about this then. Let's just, you know what I mean? So I did.
I've
But,
been watching the Caribbean one, honey. That one has
oh,
me
same
dying.
here. Same here. Listen, let me tell you. Oh my God. What's her name? Martine. Martine. Right, yeah.
Which one
Let's
is
talk
that?
about Martine.
I haven't gotten the names yet. I only know the black girl who
The
went to the
black girl's name
islands.
is Martine, and the
Okay,
boy
she's
is
stupid.
Steven.
She's stupid. She's stupid.
Stephen
I
and
don't.
Maxine. She went
Yeah.
into his phone this week, didn't she? And found something.
But she knew that. She know how those rosters are. She know how those rosters are in Brooklyn. What you going to Jamaica for one for? They wild out here.
No, no, she's not in Jamaica. That one is Caribbean, the DJ.
Yeah, but it's a
What island
Barbados.
is it? It's a Barbados. Barbados.
Just ridiculous. No, the one that has me dying is the white girl with the rasta,
I
and she
can't
got
deal.
pregnant.
The one that's with Sherlan.
Yeah.
Sherlan. I cannot. Oh my God. She is so dumb. Oh my God. I mean, the girl in the office for the visa thing that they spoke to, she was like, I don't see no love here. I feel sorry for the girl. And did you hear her? Oh
Yeah.
my God. It was embarrassing. And all she can say to
Listen,
this man is,
she went there to get her man, and she want to earn her man. She's like, nah, I'm the baddest. She gonna get herself. She gonna be crying, coming back to America with her
oh my God,
child.
pregnant and all, pregnant and all. Like, who wants to go through all of that by yourself? I would never. Let me tell you something. One thing I'm so grateful for, as much as now, life happens and people break up and get divorced and stuff. I was never by myself, ever. I would never wish any young woman to fall pregnant with somebody that I'm assuming you think loves you, for that person to then not be there and see how you're carrying this 9 months and how much weight it is on you and strain and pain and all of that. Like, I don't know how people do it.
What are
This
you
girl
talking
really
about?
got herself
That's
pregnant.
the Poopy and Ray Ray baby mama special. That's what they be doing. Again, I don't
Yeah,
know why you had to
I
go,
would advise against that. I would advise any
because
young
this is
woman
how
to
stupid
never
she is.
ever do that.
At least if she did a man in the United States, she could
Yeah,
get child support. Now she not gonna get nothing.
yeah.
And then he can do chain migration with their child, saying that he has a child that's an American citizen. That's not no thing I would ever do. But what's the one that she used to be a drug addict, and he lived in Middle America. I think it's Belize. What's the couple called?
Oh yeah, the one who went to which one is
He
that?
said,
Oh, the one with Daniel, and she's 30 years old, and he is 22.
no, the older one. I
Oh,
think,
I like her. The one who's on the island.
yeah. Remember she used to be an addict, and they met 10 years
Yes,
ago.
I actually like them together. What's his
Really?
name? Mark and Key.
I think that's BS
Or
too.
Kay, something like that. Yeah, Kay. I like her. She is like, I like her. I think she's actually really attractive and all of that. I don't know. Like, I think she's holding on to something that
It's
might not
not
be
there.
there. Huh?
It's not there. She need to let her move
Yeah,
on.
I think she's holding on to something that may not be there. But I think at the same time she is holding on to the fact that this man actually sacrificed for her and was there for her when she had an overdose and was nearly
Yeah.
dying. So I think, like she said in this episode, I think finally she kind of shared her truth, because Kay doesn't want monogamy. She said this furthermore. She doesn't want to be with just one guy. She's not that way inclined. She's somebody that is just lives in the moment. So if she sees somebody and the mood turns to hot, right? Yeah, she's going with the flow. And Mark wants to drag this woman away from where she's living. Remember, she's been through a drug addiction and all that. I think her main priority is to keep her mental health in a serene place and calm and all of that. And she's got that on the island. She said she's got her clients that she trains. She doesn't want to give up everything for this man. But at the same time, I think the guilt of him actually sacrificing that time to look after her when she was ill is riding her bad. That's how I
What did
see
he
it.
sacrifice? He wasn't gonna get a girl like that in the States. What did he
Never.
sacrifice?
Are you crazy? She is so hot. Like, she is sexy. Come on now. Come on. He would never find a girl like that. And I think spiritually they connected. Hence why there's something still there between them. But remember, they're trying to rekindle something from when they, what did he say, 10 years ago?
I think she should just let that go.
And I think, to be honest, she's way too good looking for him. But again, who am I to say? You know,
I mean,
she
I think that was
could
a foolish
easily
couple.
date somebody younger than her. She could get
And
any
what is
man she
it?
wants. But I think
Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
no, I mean, come on. On the island,
Listen,
she's an
she's
attractive woman.
cute,
I'm sure.
but she looks a little weathered. Like she looked like
She
she
does
looks,
look weathered in the
yeah.
face a little bit.
She looks
100%.
like a hard 39, a hard one. You know? No, that ain't no spring chicken now. Let's not get crazy.
Sorry, is she 39? I need to
I
check
think
that.
so, isn't
Is she? I didn't realize she was.
it? But listen, she should be, the freak she want to be. She just need to let him go. Let him go to the farm and go pick him up, Sally Sue, and have 4 kids. Let Kay be wild. But I think too, her wild lifestyle led her to her addiction. So I think that's like that give or take.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily. And another thing I personally was concerned about is coming to America really is coming to America really the place for her to be, especially with drug addiction background? I think it's much more tempting here.
I mean, it depends where you live. Well, you live anywhere. And Hector, so Kay's your type? That's what you like?
Yeah, she's got that freak factor. That's funny.
That's what you like?
She
She's a
does look
little.
weathered, yeah, but she is still good looking. Come on now.
I didn't say she was ugly, but I mean, you was doing a little bit too much, so we had to put it down a bit.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. And I mean, I agree with her when she did say that she speaks English, she speaks Spanish. This man is not trying. I agree with the fact that Mark needs to learn how to speak Spanish, or don't bother with this woman, because you're not going to be sitting with her friends talking about un poquito or whatever you say. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. After all of that, you should
What
be
do you
able
mean? Yeah,
to.
that's how they be. They be like that. They be going to another country, living there for years, and never speak the language. That's how they be.
That to me is ignorance, because at the end of the day, foreign people always learn in English. We know the language, okay, no
But they
matter where
don't.
we are.
But they're not. But again, when you're American,
I'm not
like
saying you should know Spanish. I'm just saying if you choose to be with somebody, that particular situation, yes, 100%, she should put it on the table and tell him as an ultimatum, you need to learn Spanish. But don't tell her that she's got to pack up from this paradise that she's living for stinking America. Come on now. She has no
well,
desire to be in America.
I think she would live decently in America because I do
Yeah,
think he has family money. But the issue is he wants to flex. He can never get a woman like that.
yeah. Hey, Danielle.
So
But no, I mean, what do you think though about Martine and Stephen? Do you think Stephen is gonna marry her? The way this
no,
girl constantly uses his daughter is something I don't like, and he doesn't like it. She's always telling the daughter, "Do you want daddy to marry me? And do you want me and daddy to get married?" All of that is not necessary. I think it's just, yeah, it's just not necessary. Martine is way too 3 years. Any respectful woman, I'm not going to be with you for 3 years and you're all the way in
no,
Barbados
don't
and
say
you're a
that.
DJ.
Don't say that because there's a lot of people who date people. There's people who date people for years. I know people who've been dating for like 15 years and still not married.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So
That's
me and
not
you are
you,
not
but
going to be
like
together.
I
Yeah.
talk to people and people been like, yeah, I gotta be dating somebody for 5 years before I'm gonna get married. That's a
Yeah.
shout out to you.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I feel like you're making the relationship get stale in a way. It's like Why are you, it's like buttering bread. Do you not butter the whole bread? Or do you butter the last, a quarter of the bread and then leave the rest to dry? It's ridiculous to
Well,
me. It's
I think
ridiculous
a
to
big
me.
issue
How are you
is
going to say you're going to be
Martine.
together? Huh?
Martine overvalues marriage, and a lot of women do that. And
Yes,
because she,
because he thinks that if he proposes, he's not cheating and doing whatever. But
yeah,
that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, he's still the same person. Hey, Damsel, I hope your yoga class was nice.
yeah, there are some people who date a decade. So like, you can't say that because there are people who
No, don't get me
like.
wrong. It's fine. It's fine if you do. What I'm saying is, do that, but you better make sure that at the end you get married and it actually works
Well, but
out. Not that
too,
you sacrifice
I
all that
think
time
she.
just being partners and then the
But
man
too,
still
it's
ain't
how
married you.
old
That
you
to
are,
me,
right?
huh?
Right? Because if you're freshly divorced, right, and you have
Yeah,
young kids, you might not want to just get married right away. You might want to see how the family builds. If
right,
you're very young, if you've been dating somebody since you're 14, you may wait 10, 15 years because you're very young.
right.
But with her, I think again the kid thing is an issue because how you telling his daughter you want to marry her when I don't think she's met that daughter's mother.
No, I don't think she had. The daughter tends to stay with his parents, apparently. I don't know. They never spoke about the mom, but I'm assuming she's got a mom. You know what I mean?
But
But
I'm saying like you can't like and this is the mistake a lot of women do. They think that they can be quote unquote next mom,
yeah,
and I'm telling you that's not gonna work. Because even when the mother isn't like the mother could be a fiend, she could be on the corner shaking. That's still the child's mother.
yes. It's
And I
difficult
think
because I have a daughter, and if my ex dated somebody that he decided to bring around, I would definitely be asking my daughter, like, what is this person like? And what, what I'm like, it's not easy because people do sometimes try to, um, uh, uh, um, but people do try to sometimes play happy families,
well, I don't
with
think it's
somebody else's
wrong.
child.
Hmm.
But it's not always, I don't know. I think it's difficult even for us as mothers to allow our for us to take another woman seriously that maybe he doesn't show commitment to. Do you understand what I mean? So how is his ex supposed to feel confident about his relationship with this woman that already knows his daughter, but he's not willing to commit to after 3 years?
See, but see,
That is a
that's a
bit
problem in
iffy.
itself
Yeah,
because
of
it's like
course,
you are committing to something because
of
you should have
course.
never let her meet your child. If you don't like her, you don't have men and women in and out of that child's life that you
Yeah.
don't plan to stay. So he's grimy as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a natural thing for a man to feel like, come meet my child after a while, because men do those things. Sometimes they do it quicker than us as women, because we as moms, we don't tend to want to, us decent moms, we don't tend to want to make strange men meet our kids. You know what I mean? But
Well, I don't think
is
it's
there
a, but to people in the comment section about how long to wait for marriage, it depends where you are in life and it depends what you want, right? If you're a
yeah,
woman who's single and you're wanting children and you're at an age where child rearing is going to be difficult, you need to
yeah,
stop playing and thinking you're going to date this person for 10 years if children is what they want. Now,
right.
if you're because typically older people, it tends to be together for what, 13 months, get married. Like at a certain point, I think when you get to like, if we're both in our 70s, we're getting married.
100%. Your engagement doesn't need to be long. That's another thing. People get engaged just for the sake of being able to say, "Yay, look, I'm engaged." And then you find out 18 months down the line, the man done left your ass. What is the point? If you're going to get engaged, I would say within 10 to 12 months, you better plan your marriage and plan your wedding. And it's not even another thing. I think one thing I would definitely do different in my personal life is I would plan for the marriage, not the wedding. You see, there's a difference.
Yes.
I think people are
Yeah.
way too invested into the wedding. You understand? And that's where it goes wrong. The wedding is just a party for people to come and judge you, talk about what shitty food you got on the menu and how shit you look, when really everything was beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? It's never good enough. So I would personally probably more invest in couples counseling. I would be open to doing that. If I was committing to somebody today and this man was mature enough and on my type of level, then I should expect him to want to do that type of stuff too. Like I
But
would
again,
invest
this
in
is
marriage.
my
Yeah,
biggest
not the
issue, and
wedding.
this is something I don't like about this show. I don't
Yeah,
like women who beg for marriage, right? Because I feel as though you shouldn't have to be like pestering somebody to marry you if they don't want to. Like, move on and find somebody
yeah,
who's marriage minded.
yeah.
Because
No,
too many
I
people,
mean,
like, she really wants to be. First of all, why is she choosing from a man who already has children? I'm not saying like that's a bad idea, but he clearly is showing you are not a
listen,
commitment person.
I'm saying it's a bad idea. If you're a woman with no kids, why in the hell are you settling for a man with children? I don't agree with that. I have a daughter. I would never want her to settle for somebody who's already been out here having children. I'm not. What's it called? I don't have anything against men who are single fathers, because it could be any type of situation, right? The mom could have died or whatever. But I'll just be honest. I feel like as a young woman, your value is up here. Why are you settling for somebody who's already lived and shared that with somebody else? No, you need to be the person that has babies together first. That's how I feel.
Well, listen, I don't really. I mean, you know how I feel. I don't date men with children, but I'm feeling that that's gonna have to. I don't know how long I'll be able to do that
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna be with no baby. I'm going to the club. I'm not doing that.
yeah,
I'm not a babysitter. I'm not doing chef and wifely duties. Now, to people who never got married and stay for a long time, that's cool too. Because if I get Oprah money, I ain't
yeah,
never getting married.
yeah.
I have a Stedman living in the outhouse.
Well, I mean,
Cause
financially,
I,
if that
cause,
works
cause
out
I'm,
better, why not?
cause I can't be giving no man child
50%.
support and spousal
Yeah,
support. I can't be
yeah.
doing no shit like that. I could not be doing no shit like that, honey.
Oh, see, Danielle said she's been with her man for 30 years. They got married. What did she say? They got married at the courthouse. Nothing fancy, with a $25 dress from clearance. I still wear it. Just had our 10th. Yeah, see, even those things, it shouldn't matter. Really, it shouldn't matter. You know, even when I was watching Love After Lockup, when he proposed to her, I was thinking, look at her in her regular clothes. But you know, for some people, when he said his daddy went to the pawn shop, I was like, okay, for some people, that's enough. And to each their own. Isn't
Listen,
it,
if it is,
Ablavi?
but yeah, it now for me again. If I get Oprah money, I'm not marrying
No, a normal
nobody.
day-to-day person, if you're living in the countryside and that's all you know, living in bloody Kalamazoo, getting a nice
But
ring
but
from the
but the
pawn
thing
shop is
is,
probably very well celebrated and you love each other and that's it. You know
I
what
don't
I
care
mean?
how much I love you. If I make substantially more than a man, I'm not marrying him because I can't be paying no spousal support. I will burn my money before I do that. I can't be doing that.
No, 100%. Men, I'm not cussing down men who have kids. I'm just saying. I wouldn't. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I would date a
baggage, isn't
man
it?
with
That you have
adult
to be ready
kids.
for, huh?
I would date a man with adult kids at some point, but I'm not doing no young child, no teenager, no sis. Have grown children.
An average American wedding is 30 grand.
Yeah,
That is crazy. I'm not doing it. Eating a rooty fruity in
exactly. We
Kalamazoo.
could go to the justice of the peace and call it a day. But no, we really have to talk about. We got to move it along. Did y'all see the Pookie and Ray Ray Maurice? Didn't I tell y'all he wasn't shit?
Why? What happened now?
You know he
Tell me.
married his other broke Becky.
The black girl?
No, remember Maurice was with Jessica, and he
Yes.
got a new girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I showed you the busted girl last week. You know, he sat there and married a new woman while he's married to Jessica, and Jessica and her petty self is about to get him in prison
Oh,
because you
for
can't
fuck's sake.
marry two
Hasn't
people
Jesse
at
got
one
that,
time.
that child that looks like him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, she's mad that he's gonna marry another busted biscuit, and so she gonna get him taken into jail because he ain't with her. Trifling, honey. Good love.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But who else is on this Caribbean show? Actually, let me think. Oh, you've got the girl that's with the young boy. She's 30 and he's 22. He is definitely using her. I
That
think
ain't
he
no
now lives.
22. Again,
He's
this is catfishing. That ain't no 22. That's 22. Straight out of college, that ain't no 22.
That's what he said. He's 22. But again, remember they came from, was it Venezuela or one of those dangerous countries where people just
That ain't no
uh,
22.
they
That ain't
shoot
no
each other up in
22.
the road or whatever. I don't know where he's from,
That's
but
35, and I ain't never grown up. That ain't no, and she's 46. That's a
you're so
hard
funny.
30.
You're you know what? Are you talking about how people come into the country and commit fraud and lie about their age?
Yeah, that ain't no
Okay, fair
22.
enough.
He was 22
Hector,
maybe
Hector
13 years
said,
ago.
LOL, more like 27.
That ain't no 27. That's 35, 3 kids, a gut,
A
and
gut, you know, she said, a gut.
yeah, because
Leave the
I think
boy
they
alone.
be.
He's still really young.
No, he ain't no 22. Come on, Nabia, did you look like that at 22?
I don't look like that now, so don't even get it twisted over here. Okay. But no, I mean, did you think she was overreacting with her jealousy and all that? Why are
Listen,
girls always wanting to run down these young boys and then be jealous?
because she thought she was hot. You know, listen, I can't play. Listen, I dated an Argentinian man. Those Argentinian women are something different. No, he's Panamanian, right?
I think so, but he's now living. Please correct me if you guys watched it. He had to move from where he was due to crime and blah blah blah. But
Listen,
now
that
he
Latin
seems to be
American,
living.
those women are vicious down there. And I'm telling you, the
Yeah,
plastic surgery is so cheap. They got
yep,
some fine women. So you got
yep.
to really be on your P's and Q's
They're
when you date.
naturally pretty, and here you come. Oh, so he's he is from Venezuela, but living
Okay.
in, what did he say? Because he had to. Yeah, he was from Venezuela, where it's quite crime ridden.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm saying,
Guatemala, and now he's in Costa. Yeah, one of the two. And now
listen,
he lives in Costa
you gotta
Rica.
be a fine chick. Like I've dated some, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You know, thank God the
Costa
ancestors
Rican.
blessed me. But
Yeah,
when you
and the
date one of
brother was
those
like,
men,
"She's crazy. She's
you better
crazy. Like, why are you still with her?" Kind of thing, because she's so
make up.
jealous.
But that's a hard 46. Can we talk? That ain't no 30.
I know. She looks so tired. Like
And she
tired.
can't be
Like,
doing that when she's
I
living in
sometimes I
Central
look in the
America.
mirror and I'm like, hold on. Why does it look like I've got wrinkles in my face? Obviously, I'm getting there now. I'm 36, but nah, I don't have ones that are right now looking at you sitting here. No way.
Well, she's
Like,
mad because she got to
yeah,
compete where he lives. And those women are fierce.
yeah.
You can't be going, like, makeup is not an option when you go down there. Like, no, you got to be fierce. You got to,
No,
show
but
your country proud.
even some of these hot countries, when you go out in the hot sun, sometimes you don't even need that heavy makeup because it's gonna
I'm not
melt
saying
off
you need
anyway.
heavy, she needs heavy makeup. She needs heavy makeup. What are we talking about? She's wearing makeup right now and she's looking a full 46 and talking about 30.
Yep, and she's here running around doing everything from paying for him, giving him wages. I think she's paying for his mom. Like, she's
But
doing it
listen,
all.
if you're gonna pay for a man, be confident in it. He's just gonna sometimes sleep with other women when you're not paying for him.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah.
I don't understand why these women do that. When you date out, when you go to a different country, you have to compete with the women that are there. Period.
Yeah, in it, and keep yourself up.
Yeah, she is gonna
But
hit him. She looks crazy. She looks like she be one of those people. I will kill you. Oh, I will K you if you leave me. She looks crazy. I don't deal with that type of hood love. But yeah, I mean, listen, you would be mad too if you were looking, and she's not facially challenged. She's
mm,
just in need of a few good procedures.
no, I mean, I don't think she's gonna get any procedures done because they need the money. Now he hasn't got
Hello,
a job. He
hello,
hasn't got a
those
job.
young Latin women, bring it. Especially like 15 to 25. God, I'm so glad I'm out of that age range. Whew.
I know they are sexy.
Now, when you get older, you could calm down a bit. But 15 to 25, you got to keep your standard up there. You got to be, fresh meat. Keep the skin nice and succulent.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how these girls be. And America ain't even the best. When you go to Brazil and shit and things like that, you be like, damn, Stairmasters, here I come.
Yeah, no, the one that I can't stand, which I believe is the biggest scammer on this, is Sherlan. Sherlan is the biggest scammer.
Which one is that?
The one who works on the resort, talking about he works on the nudist beach. The one with the white girl, with the big white girl who has to raise the baby on her own. That's the one I believe is the most manipulative one.
Is that the one with the woman who's crying, complaining because she don't show? Is he building her a house or something, a hut? I don't know. What is he building? Is that the one?
No, Sherlan is the Jamaican one. Sherlan. He's Jamaican and he works on the resort and on the beach. He does
But who's his girlfriend?
the
Who's his?
fat one. Here, I'll show you now.
Oh, that was. She know what. Listen, I thought that they could get in trouble for sleeping with the customers.
Yes, and he said to the mom, because when they were there, they were all talking, and he said to the mom asked him like, "Do you do that?" And he was like, "No, I'm a good boy, but some of my it's not Shelton. His name is not Shelton. You lot are confusing me. It's Sherlan, and you gotta say it the Jamaican way, Sherlan. It's not Shelton. But no, Sherlan is the biggest scammer ever. He's the one that's talking about how he doesn't want to do a K1 visa because marriage is sacred to me and it's everything and da da da. And he's just making excuses basically not to marry her. So he chooses, no, it's okay, Damsel. And he chooses to convince her to apply for the tourist visa. Now, with the tourist visa, I think to my understanding, you can come for a couple of months and then you have to leave to reapply again.
Yeah. Yes.
So basically, he is saying he'd rather do that than commit to marrying her because if you apply for the K1, it's that commitment of after 90 days, you got to get married, right? Or
Yeah.
within 90.
Yeah. But
And
I
he
mean,
doesn't want to do that.
again, that's her fault for doing that because she shouldn't have sat there and let him shout up the club on vacation.
Well, this is the whole point. Talking about, I felt good about myself. My body was in the best shape ever. And then, boom, you fall pregnant. That's her. Hold on, let her turn around.
What is this best shape?
That's her.
Wow.
Can you see?
I don't think she was in the best shape. I think she has low self-esteem.
No, she
And
was because she was a big girl. When they showed her in the beginning, they showed us how she was always overweight. She said how she always struggled with her weight. Then she started bodybuilding and doing squats with weights and stuff.
mm-hmm.
And after the bodybuilding, you saw the difference. She was still a big girl.
Yeah, but
She was thick,
more
but
proportionate.
she was more healthy thick. You know what I mean?
But
Not
I'm
just a
saying
blob.
she still had low self-esteem because just because you change the outside doesn't mean you change the inside. Who are you laughing at? You're so rude. Being in her best shape of her life. Her being the key word. You're so messed up. Hector, you're a savage. You know you would let her slide through one time.
Hector. You know what? I feel like I've got a cold. Every time I laugh, I'm coughing.
But yeah, she
Th-
she she
That's
played herself.
hilarious, Hector.
She
Best shape of
she
her life.
she decided to date
Oh
a
God.
Dusty, and that's what she got.
What would happen if they don't marry in 90 days from the visa? I think you've got to go back. You'll be
Yeah,
seen as an illegal overstayer, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hence why, do you remember when Michael messed around with Natalie, was messing Natalie around? And it was
Hmm.
one day left. Do you remember? And he told her,
Yeah.
go and do one. I don't want to marry you. Remember, she was panicking because if they never got married that particular day, she would have been overstaying
Yeah.
officially. And you have to hand yourself in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Listen,
not no
this
joke. You
this
can't
show is
just stay
great.
here.
90 Day the Other Way is coming back with who's the scammers? Evelyn's coming back with Corey. We have them foolish. We have this weird couple. I think she's Russian. This guy looks like rat in the human form. He looks disgusting.
Then
He
they
seems
then they move
disgusting.
listen to then they move to New York and hide, working under
Yeah,
the table. That's hilarious. Did you see what she had? Yeah.
disgusting. The town bicycle. I can't.
Who's the town bicycle? You guys are on one today. Who's the town
Hector is
bicycle?
being so not nice. He knows that girl could get it from him any day of the week. Let her live, Hector. You could be her baby daddy. No, you could be stepdaddy.
I mean, remember they call it love in paradise. Who's leaving paradise for bloody America?
Well, but they're not living in paradise. They don't have the type of money to live well over there.
No, you know what? You're right.
Like
She
how
said
I look like going
they're
from
not living
America
in
and
paradise, which is
living.
true. Which is true. Look at Sherlan. Sherlan ain't got nothing to offer this girl. Nothing
I know he's
at
in the
all.
cruise ships. Like that's no money. I think what was it when I was seeing people do it? It was because you have to work 12-hour shifts, 12 to 16 hour
Oh,
shifts.
you're working a lot, and it's tourism
Yeah,
that keeps them going. So when there's no tourism, like during COVID, he said there was nothing going for him. And then there
exactly.
was a little clip actually where he said to her that he's been helping out a friend and blah blah. I think he uses, first of all, we already know Sherlan is using her, but it's so obvious because he says things like, a friend of mine called me today, he ain't got no money, he can't pay for his rent. At the end of the day, later on today, maybe if I get something, I will try and help him out. And she's like, you're always trying to help other people out. Like, what about helping your own family out? And then he's like, don't start with this type of problem now. And da 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 da. And he's like, kind of trying to shut it down because she's basically telling him, you still haven't given me a penny towards this
And
baby.
he's not going to. He's a dusty. I
And you're
don't know
out
why
here
these
talking
women do
about you
this.
want to help friends with money problems. Help your own
Listen, she
people
could have
first, is
found
what she
herself
said.
a nice David or Carl in her little small town. She
Yeah,
wanted to sit there and ride the Rasta ride, and was throwing it back, having her eyes curling, the back crack, and she got what she got.
yeah, the back crack.
Go back to America, raise your child. Maybe Hector will be stepdaddy.
Listen, he didn't. He basically blew her back doors out and didn't think she'd be coming back. But here she is
Exactly.
talking about she's pregnant. That's the worst thing that could happen to an island guy that's just there doing his job and
Why? They do it
living
all
there
the
in it.
time. They do
Yeah.
it all the time. The men do it in the army too. They be in the army just having children wild.
No,
My
this
neighbor is Dusty. Yeah. Ugh, that's such a bad name these days because there's so many
isn't
Dusties.
there a Dusty in the Simpsons?
No, that's a name in America, Dusty. Like there are
I
people named
know.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah.
like, here I am, 9 months, I carried you. Oh, my lovely baby. We're going to call you Dusty Jackson. Like, are you for real?
Dusties.
Dust.
Yeah, my friend's name is Dusty. You know he changed his name because I kept calling men Dusty. He was like, no.
Yeah, because In 2021, Dusty is not something you want to be referred as.
Yeah, I call him.
Like,
I was like, "Hi, Dusty," and then women
that's
would look at him.
hilarious. Who names that? But I've seen proper American. It is kind of an American name, isn't it? It's a
Yeah,
staple name,
it's like
Dusty.
sorry, but mostly white men have it. But
Yes,
Dusty,
of
yeah.
course. Of course, it's Dusty and his little kid, and his kid is little Dusty. You guys are fun one today. That is
But
hilarious.
GSP, is he a Dusty? Because if he's a Dusty, the name fits.
Mm.
A Dusty. I was just talking to a Dusty the other day.
Oh
I'm
God,
doing a
here we
lot of
go.
good work for y'all. I'm sitting
Here
here
you go.
playing with Dusties, getting. You know what? Every time I see a Dusty, I think of Dyson commercial. You know how they got those expensive vacuums? I'm like, damn, if only this worked on a Dusty.
If you could just turn it
Zoom.
on and suck him up. Oh
Yeah.
God.
They have Dusties everywhere,
They
Willow.
have
But
Dusties
Dusty,
everywhere, but there's no official. Oh, it's short for Dustin. Yeah, I get it. I get it, but no, Dustin is not. Dusty is not necessarily an English name, not at all. Look, okay, the equivalent to Dusty is a Dave over here.
a Dave.
A Dave. So they'll say, "Oh, that's a Dave over there." Dave. He's a Dave. Like Dave is more in it. Like
Well,
British
no,
people. Do you
Dusty is
guys
a
agree? It's
mentality.
similar.
Dusty is a
It's a
mentality.
staple.
Dusty is the
It's a staple
mentality.
trailer, not
No,
trailer trash, but you know, like a
no. Dusty's the mentality. The name we call them is Pookie and Ray Rays,
Dave. Yeah.
Busted Brads, Wild Julios. uh, what else? Yeah, we got different names for them.
Yeah.
I call them PJs and TJs. Just wretched
Yeah.
men. But their behavior is Dusty. Dusty is the behavior. Not taking care of your children, wilding out in the streets, being
That's
promiscuous
what
as a
I'm
man.
saying. Whoever is called Dusty, you better be at the office changing your name. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You better apply for that change of name.
Yes, a
ASAP.
Dusty. I love it, and it's so cute. Dusty.
I can't. But let's wrap it up. I don't want to be on for 2 hours.
All right. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe
Yes,
to
please.
Nebia, Miss
Thumbs up
Nebia.
and all that. I'm
She will
happy to be
take.
back. It was a nice
She
little
is
catch up.
coming
I'm
back.
glad you came through, actually. Yeah, I'm glad you came through.
We're happy to
But yeah,
see
like,
all of
share, and
you.
subscribe, guys. Thumbs up. Thank you for joining. Thanks everybody for keeping the chats going. Sagittarius, I loved all your comments.
Apes,
Paranormal,
congratulations,
GSP.
GSP. Congratulations, Hector. We will be on the lookout for a nice young woman from the Caribbean for you.
Really. Thanks, Lavan. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
Danzo,
Navon,
Danielle, Hector,
Danielle,
Sweet Heavenly
Hector.
Dove. I don't know if I've left anybody out, but thank you everybody for joining. I had a good time.
Hi,
Take
Sly
care of
Cat.
yourselves. And yeah, I'll try and come on again sometime this week. Please don't
Y'all should
hold
come
me.
again for murder and moisture with no moisture.
No, you know what? I cannot take you. I'll be back
Please.
sometime this week, so just keep an eye and we'll do some crime, okay? Because I
I
am
want
kind of
Sherlock's
excited to
girl.
get back into that. But I see how
you
you got the Pookie and Ray Ray going on, so I might have to jump on yours first.
Honestly,
But
hi.
yeah.
Honestly, yes, I'm doing Pookie and Ray Ray family tree.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
with the Dustianas, and I'm getting Wild Julio in the mix, and PJ and TJ for the ones
you'll
of
be
different
doing that
culture.
on Wednesday, so be sure to check out Ablavi on Wednesday. I'll probably be on there, and then yeah, I think it's called 90 Days Love on the Island or something. What's it
Yeah, I
called?
think it's
Caribbean?
yes.
Huh?
It's Caribbean something.
Caribbean something. I'm sure you'll see it. It's out there. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe, and just keep your eye out on the notifications
Keep your
and
eye
stuff,
out
and then
for
you'll
the
see when I
murder
come on live
mystery.
again.
I love this
Thanks,
accent.
Damsel. Yeah, take care, look after yourself, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys next time. So
All right, cheerio.
on 3,
Bye.
we'll say bye.
Cheerio.